Let's see how it does. And ah, freaking Colt! All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, today we have a very special Colt Delta Elite Hammer of Thor. Look at, let me just zoom in on the engraving of this. Look at this sucker. This thing is ridiculous. Look at this. How freaking cool is that? So this is a limited edition, 1 of 500 Hammer of Thor Delta Elite. And of course the Delta Elites are in 10 millimeters. So let me see here. Cal 10 millimeter auto. So this is a highly engraved, as you can see, Colt Delta Elite that was done by Tallow Distributors, Tallow, and I did a brief research on them, just very brief, and I believe Tallow stands for Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a conglomerate of distributors of guns, and it's my understanding they'll get these in. They'll just like get standard Colt 1911s. They do other guns, but in this case, they'll get Colt 1911s. And then have their master engravers do this. So it came with, now, I just want to say that I am an expert in Norse mythology. And I know that because I play God of War on PS5. If you play God of War on PS5, you are automatically an expert in all things Vikings. So from here on out, just consider me an expert. Kidding, of course. Got to put that in there because it seems like people nowadays don't have a sense of humor or can't pick up on it. But I stand by what I said. I am an expert in Norse mythology because I play God of War on PS5. It's just a fact of life. So, actually, I also read this card it came with. So, this came with a very cool little card here. He says, Colt Hammer of Thor, 1 of 500. So, it kind of explains everything that's going on here. We'll kind of look at it. It says specifications, item number, there it is. Colt Delta Elite 10mm 1911 with a 5-inch barrel. Serial number prefix denoting Thor, the god of thunder, which right there, THR Thor, and this is the 281st pistol out of 500, so it's just a little over the middle of the run. Stainless steel finish, high coverage engraving, includes multiple scenes from Norse mythology, custom white kyanite grips featuring the Vegvisir with Nordic scroll design. Colt Hammer of Thor, behold the Hammer of Thor, a 1 of 500 limited edition Colt Delta Elite celebrating Thor and his hammer. Right side imagery includes the Ratastisker, I don't know, but see, I told you I'm an expert. The World Tree, okay, the World Tree here. Let's zoom in a little bit more again so we can see it. The World Tree, little squirrel guy right there. Maybe that's what that is. Somebody weigh in that knows what they're talking about, even though I am technically an expert. The World Tree, the Bifrost, Asgard, and the Serpent. So there's the Serpent right there. I don't know what Bifrost is. I don't know what that little Delio rainbow thing is back there. But that's obviously the tree of, what does that say? Tree of Life? The World Tree. The World Tree. Maybe that's Asgard. I'm trying to remember from God of War. Anyway, you can see a little snake. Also in here, what they don't talk about is with the Vikings being seafaring folks, they have on both sides, they have the waves. And then you can see the snake continues on around on this side, but the head and stuff is right there. So that's the right side of the pistol. Left side includes, here we go. Let's see here. What's this? Left side includes the legendary Mjolnir, made of an eagle to symbolize strength and freedom. Sorry, I'm reading that. I should be showing the pistol and not having that there. Strength and freedom, along with twin rams embodying power and leadership. Custom grips, as you can see there, are adorned with the Vegvisir, an ancient Norse compass guiding the adventurous at heart. Intertwined with intricate Nordic scrollwork, these grips evoke the spirit of exploration and honor the culture that birthed legends. So there you go. This is dedicated to the Vikings. Oh, let me zoom in again. Sorry about that. There's the hammer of Thor himself. And yeah, this is pretty darn cool, man. Now, as far as build quality goes, the engraving seems to be excellent. That's because Colt didn't do it. Some apparently master engravers. I don't know if Tallow contracts them, if they work directly for them, or what the deal is. But they are obviously masters in their craft. And this is crazy beautiful pistol. I think it's cool as hell. I think it is the ultimate barbecue gun, much like my Dan Wesson. This one's got a little bit step up. It's exotic caliber, like the Dan Wesson and 38 Super. But this one has much more intricate engraving and more of a theme too. But that Dan Wesson is way better build quality than this. Just saying. So you got your pretty much, let's go over the standard Delta Elite. It's pretty much a standard Delta Elite. This is a Series 80. It does have the Series 80 trigger, and this one kind of sucks. It's getting a little bit better as I pull it. When it first came out the box, oof, was it bad. It was wall, you go, okay, wall, grit. But I gotta be honest, it's actually cleaned up a bit. I took the gun apart, cleaned it. I've been, messing with it, pulling the trigger. It seems like it's actually getting a lot better. Back in the day, Series 80s triggers were notorious for being horrible. Thumb safety, it's very positive on and off, although you do get a little bit of downplay, which is not the worst I've seen. It's not the best either. I don't even like that little bit amount, but it's not too bad. Standard rattly Colt grip safety, plastic mainspring housing, one magazine, of course. Way to go, Colt. Still only given one magazine. Deep undercut trigger guard, black aluminum trigger, which is a standard width, not the national match. Basically, guys, this is a standard Delta Elite. I don't think they put any markings on it and then they let the guys, so that the guys have a clean slate to engrave it. But yeah, this thing is just beautiful. Man, this is an insane 1911, and we are going to shoot it. For those of you like, I wouldn't shoot it, those are supposed to be collectible. Just put it away in the box and hold on for it to it for 20 years, and it'll be worth 10 grand probably, but I'm gonna shoot it. We're gonna shoot this. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna wear it out, but I'm gonna shoot it. We're going to do that here in a little while. So let's do the standard 1911 checks I like to do. I don't feel any movement there. Again, positive on off for the thumb safety, although that little bit down there is kind of disappointing. Does it work? It does. Okay. Grip safety. Does it work? It does. What's the engagement? Right there. Probably 60% maybe? That's not bad. It's not too bad at all. Does it work? Yep. Prevents the weapon from firing. Yep. Grip safety works. Hammer, does the hammer fall? Nope. So we are, yeah, it's just, this is a cool, very cool 10mm Delta Elite. I kill a bear with this sucker. This is also a standard, if you didn't know, Colt's 10 millimeters are, let me see if we can get it in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. They're standard barrels, so they're not ramped. There's other guns like the T-Sauce I have, and I have a Springfield Army Ronin. They have ramped barrels. And they seem to feed smoother. Maybe that's just my perception or opinion, but they seem to feed smoother than these guns. But let's get a weight and a trigger pull, and then let's take it out and bust the cherry on this collectible 1 of 500 Hammer of Thor 1911. Okay, so we have 36.02 ounces, and with the factory supplied magazine, 38.33 ounces. Good deal. Let's get the old trigger pull gauge out here and see what we're working with. .428, although it looked like that one said .58 first. Let's try again. 436. Maybe not. Try a third one. 456. So we're right about 4.5 trigger weight with the Series 80. So again, not bad. Not bad at all. And you know what? This one doesn't seem to suffer from some of the quality control issues. Most of the issues I think I have with Colts are finish, and this one seems pretty excellent. And it's probably because, like I said, the guys did the old treatment on it. So, you know what? Let's just take this sucker out to the range and see how it shoots. All right, folks. So we find ourselves out on the range with the Colt Delta Elite Hammer of Thor Tallow Edition. This is 1 of 500. I had some people tell me in the comments of when I did a quick unboxing short, it's like, don't shoot it. Nah, we're shooting it. All right. We have some Winchester white box, 180 grain, 10 millimeter. And these are going to be the first shots out of this gun. Now, I know this is more of like a collector piece. A lot of people will buy these, put them away, never fire them. It's getting shot. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to wear it out, but we shooting it, okay? So here we go. First shots. Let's see how it does. And freaking Colt! Right off the bat, freaking Colt. Oh, here we go. All right, folks, accuracy portion of this review. Now, I know this isn't my normal setup. I had to improvise. So I was out here on the range filming a couple of videos. There's 3 separate videos. And I didn't realize till I had finished the other 2 that I forgot a USPSA cardboard target. I normally have one in the UTV, but the other one I shot the piss out of it
So I threw it out and I forgot to put a new one in there. So we're gonna have to improvise with the paper. But we have 3 rounds of 180 grain Winchester. That's what we've been shooting this whole time. We'll go back 7 yards. We're gonna see how it shoots. Hopefully his target will hold together, but we'll find out. Okay. It's, if you haven't noticed, it's pretty windy out here, and I'm not blaming it on the wind. But you see, I put the first 2 shots right in the same hole, and then it's actually weird enough the gun was doing this when I fired that 3rd shot. So I think in ideal conditions, no wind, I can really I could probably shoot 1 ragged hole with this sucker. But that's pretty good though. I'm not complaining about that. So let's go back and get the final thoughts. All right, folks, final thoughts on the Colt Delta Elite Hammer of Thor. I think it's ridiculously cool, man. This gun's got a vibe. This is fantastic. Now, as pointed out in the tabletop review, there's a few small issues I have with this gun. And as mentioned before, this is a tallow original, so I believe what they do is get the guns in and then they have engravers engrave them. But I think this is a super cool gun. Guys, the wind is really kicking up. As you saw in the range portion, had a few issues with it not liking to strip the top round off the magazine using the slide stop slide release. But I didn't even think about until I turned the camera on to do the final review if maybe the whole pullback release method would take care of that. So as you saw, it happened several times in the shooting portion, but we're going to test right now. We have 8 rounds topped off. We're going to test to see. Nope, still does it. Look at that. So something's going on there. Once you get it, this one won't even chamber. Normally I could just hit the bottom. Once you get it to actually strip that top cartridge off, it works just fine, it seems. I haven't had any reliability issues like that, but that's an issue. As mentioned, I don't know why I set this down. I meant to set the mag full of ammo down. As mentioned before, you saw the accuracy. It was pretty darn good. I'm not complaining about the accuracy at all. As mentioned before on the tabletop, not a fan of the plastic mainspring housing. Thumb safety's got the little... but other than that, this one didn't have any finish issues like a lot of the Colts, and that's probably because Talo, however you said, kind of cleaned that up and did the engraving part, and that's what makes it look fantastic. So we got some work to do to figure out why it's not stripping off that top round in the chamber, man, or out of the magazine. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.